Rain poured relentlessly that night, painting the small town streets in silver streaks under flickering streetlights. Daniel, a single dad, was driving home from his late shift at the auto repair shop, his tired eyes focused on the empty road ahead. His 7-year-old daughter, Lily, slept peacefully in the back seat, her small hands still clutching the stuffed bunny she never let go of. It was just another long night for Daniel until he saw her daughter. A young woman sat motionless at the bus stop, drenched from head to toe, her clothes clinging to her frail body. Something about her didn't look right, her legs didn't move, even when the cold rain whipped across her skin. Daniel slowed down, rolled down his window, and called out, "Miss, are you okay?" She didn't answer at first, her eyes distant and lost. When she finally turned her head, he saw tears blending with the rain on her cheeks. I missed the last bus," she whispered, her voice trembling. "But it doesn't matter. I have nowhere to go." That line hit Daniel like a punch to the chest. He looked at her, too young to be this broken, too beautiful to be this hopeless. Something in her eyes reminded him of the nights he spent holding his crying daughter after his wife died. He pulled over completely, stepped out into the rain, and walked toward her. "Come with me," he said softly. She blinked, startled. I can't walk," she murmured, her voice cracking. Daniel looked down and saw the old wheelchair beside her, half rusted and missing one handle. He didn't hesitate. He lifted her gently, his jacket soaking instantly, and carried her to the car. Lily stirred awake as he placed the woman carefully in the front seat. "Daddy, who's that?" Daniel glanced in the mirror, forcing a small smile. "Someone who needs our help, sweetheart." By the time they reached home, the rain had turned to a soft drizzle. Daniel made her a cup of tea and handed her a blanket. She sat quietly, her hands trembling around the mug. "My name's Emma," she finally said. "I used to work at a bakery until the accident. Now I'm just a burden." Daniel shook his head firmly. No one who's fighting to survive is a burden. Over the next few days, Emma slowly adjusted to their small but warm home. Lily grew attached to her instantly, always sitting by her side, showing her drawings or making her laugh with silly stories. Daniel fixed her wheelchair, repaired its brakes, and even added a small basket to the front. He didn't understand why he felt so drawn to her, but every time she smiled, it felt like light breaking through a lifetime of clouds. Then one morning, Emma confessed something that broke Daniel's heart. "Before you found me, I'd been sitting there for hours," she said softly. "No one even looked at me. Not one person stopped. I thought maybe the world was done with me." Daniel's hands tightened around the coffee mug. "Well," he said gently, "the world wasn't done with you, it just sent you to the right door." Weeks passed, and the little home began to feel alive again. Daniel found himself waking up earlier, cooking breakfast with Emma, listening to Lily's giggles echo through the kitchen. But deep inside, Emma battled guilt and fear. She didn't want to stay forever, afraid she'd only be a reminder of brokenness in their lives. One night, she packed her small bag quietly, tears in her eyes. As she wheeled herself toward the door, Daniel's voice stopped her. "Where are you going?" She froze, not daring to turn around. "You've done enough. I can't keep being a charity case." He stepped closer, his tone firm but gentle. "Emma, you're not charity. You're family." That word family made her sob quietly. Daniel knelt beside her, his voice trembling now. "You saved me too, Emma. Before you came, I was just surviving. But now, I feel like I'm living again." For the first time in years, Emma let herself cry freely. She stayed. Months later, life looked different. Emma began selling handmade pastries online, with Daniel's help. The small business grew, and laughter became a daily sound in the house. Lily often ran between them shouting, "We're the best team ever." One afternoon, as golden sunlight filled the kitchen, Emma looked at Daniel and said, "You never asked me why I was sitting there that night." He smiled gently. "I didn't need to. I just knew you needed someone to say, 'Come with me.'" She reached out, her fingers brushing his hand. "And you did. You changed everything." Daniel looked at her, warmth in his chest, and whispered, "No, Emma. We changed each other. Outside, the sky glowed with the soft colors of sunset, the same sky that had once poured its heart out over a lonely bus stop. Only this time, it wasn't rain falling, but light, and that's how a single act of kindness turned strangers into a family and two broken hearts into one whole story of hope, love, and second chances.